Welcome to the Life Chaplain, where we encourage, enlighten, and inspire. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for joining me for another episode of the Life Chaplain, where we encourage, enlighten, and inspire in 3 minutes or less. Today, we're going to talk about faith, because faith is central to our relationship to God. The Bible in Hebrews 11:6 says that without faith, it is impossible to please God. I can think of no better example to use than the father of faith, Abraham. In Abraham's life, he had 3 times that he had to use extraordinary faith. The first time is when God told him to leave his father's house and to go to a land that he would show him. That meant that he had to leave everything that he knew behind, not knowing where he was going. He had to travel until God literally told him to stop. The second time is when God told him that he would be the father of many nations. Because he was up in age, this would require a miracle because his wife was also up in age. And the third time is when God told him to sacrifice his son Isaac on the mountain. It's the second time that baffles me the most because in Genesis 15, the Bible says that God told him to look up to the stars and to count the stars, and that's how numerous his descendants would be. Abraham did it. He believed what God said, and it was counted unto him as righteousness. Now, I would have assumed that the third example of him taking Isaac up the mountain, that would have been counted to him as righteousness because he went all the way through the act until the very point of where he was going to sacrifice Isaac before the ram in the thicket came. Now, this tells us a very important fact, that we don't have to have great faith like Abraham had to be able to leave everything behind or to be willing to sacrifice something as major as our children, but that we can simply believe what God says and it's counted unto us as a righteous act. God can use that level of faith and do magnificent and marvelous things in our life. So that's good news for us today because none of us like going through those type of tests. But God is simply looking for people who will listen to what he says, to believe his word, and to then act on it. As always, I try not to go over 3 minutes, and so my time is up. If anything you've heard today has blessed your life, don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe share it with a friend. That's been the Word in 3. We'll see you next time.